Second down at 4. Is to mix it.
Yeah, they really needed it on the last two. The running game starting to come to the front. Up there to keep this drive going.
He completes it to Boyd. 3 yards the gain there, second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on for
this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you
what an effort, and all the way in for Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 46 yards, and the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Ray McLeod is near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first.
They find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. That makes him now 1 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and stack things up and make it difficult for the runner to find. He is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit, started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
To the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.